Let's do a little thing on the tires on that. The tires are actually not completely straight. They're slightly rounded right here. And this is actually slightly rounded here on the outside. And you usually see a little bit of the inside of the tire. This part comes here like this. And so if this is slightly rounded this way, the back part of the tire is slightly rounded this way. Some people try to draw circles there. That's not a circle. I'm going to shade this in fairly dark so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is kind of the inside of the tire. Because since our eyes are right here, we can look over into the side. We can see that inside portion of the tire. Like that. And that's one of the dark areas. Okay. And as such, this is more rounded here. Another thing about the tire is we're going to utilize that same sort of a thing. Remember, it's fairly dark, but it does have some tread on it. And so I'm going to make, there's some lines that create the tread lines. Kind of go down like this. That are slightly rounded. So that's where the like the water channels or the flow channels on the tire are, right? Got to kind of guess how many of those I really want. Ah, my pencil crashed. And then finally, this one here. So you are going to have some tread pattern on your tires, just like there was some little bit of stuff in here, some dark values and some changes in there. This sort of thing is going to happen with your tire too. And so I have this as my initial tread, but I'm going to put some angular things too. And I'm going to have kind of a ziggy-zaggy. And so this is also a pattern. Using pattern in art is a good thing. It works really, really well. So if you can find patterns or make patterns, they'll work out good for you. So I will expect that your tires, when you draw those, albeit dark, they're probably going to be fairly dark, they will have a pattern on them. I'm going to make little H's on mine eventually. This is kind of just the basic pattern. Is a zigzag pattern. Will work really well for you. It's pretty universal. Pretty understandable. Kind of like that. Now, if you want one that's just slightly more complicated than that, you can make these into little, like put little dashes in here, just in between. On the inner flow channels. Kind of like that, and that's going to build a pattern or a texture. Eventually I'm going to shade this in. It's going to be pretty dark, but it will start to look much more correct when you have that drawn as well. That's about all I'm going to do for today. So